Come back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I listened a little bit to Drew and Calvin, and their conversation started. Drew, do you want to share a little bit about what you were talking about? Do you mind sharing? Is that okay?
Yes, I mind.
Oh, you mind? Okay. Do you think that it's important, though, for us to all help each other grow our thinking? That would you be willing to have courage to share what you were thinking? Okay.
It's like all about one fish. I forgot what he said.
It's okay. Okay, go ahead.
You get an aquarium for them. They're perfect for beginners, and it's information about one fish.
Okay. And then Calvin, did you make any certain move on the conversation?
I don't really know what it was. What type of move it was.
Do you want to just share what you were thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I recognize that on when she put the up there, there were paragraphs, but it didn't indent.
Okay. So was this challenging to really have a conversation around? Were you having a hard time at all with when I asked you just to kind of share what you noticed about the text?
Yeah.
Anybody want to make a move on this conversation? I want to explore what you guys were thinking. I left it very open for you, so I'm very curious to see what you have to say. Actually, let's do this. Because I'm forgetting that this is what you guys need to hear. Go ahead, Aubrey.
I noticed if you read this, people that don't like fish, they might like them after they read that.
Thank you for sharing. Can you tell me more about that?
Like, if people, they think fish, they aren't that cool, they might think they're cool after they read a story about them.
Were there any certain features in there that made it interesting that would change someone's thinking?
Like fish that they didn't know about.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So do I hand it to someone else?
Okay, so this is what we were talking about before, becoming a little more independent with the conversation. So if I'm going to kind of back out of it a little bit, what might you do next in the conversation?
Pass it on.
Okay.
I noticed that it wanted us to picture an underwater world at the beginning. It imagine fish swimming around in our mind.
Was that engaging for you? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing.
I noticed that there was just a title and a whole bunch of information, and they didn't indent paragraphs. I was going to say that too. Which is very bad writing.
Okay. Can you tell me more about why that might be very bad writing?
Because then it will just seem like a big blob of information, and you might lose track of what's going on, because all there is just a big blob of information.
Okay, so does someone want to make a move on what Grant's saying here? I'm going to make that kind of coaching move for you. One of the things I'm noticing, boys and girls, it's important to make sure that we grow someone's thinking. And I know so many of you have ideas that you want to share that are your own, but if we're honoring someone's thinking when they share, when we pass it on to someone else, you want to make sure you make a move on whatever it is the person is saying. So let's continue on from there.
Just do Caleb because he's closest.
I would ask for clarification. Could you ask for that?
So, like, I mean, if she, because I knew she was writing that in the computer lab, and I knew that she was trying to make mistakes, and so, like, because if you didn't know this, because if you like start reading the title and then you get to the done with the first bit of information, and then there's not another title for you to know what it's about, and so then you'll like get lost, like you'll get probably lost and like more closer to the middle of the story, and so you'll get totally lost and not know what's going on. Ashley.
I'm going to agree with you, Graham, because you're right. If they didn't have no indents, she wouldn't have no indents. Someone couldn't know if she was starting a new sentence, a new paragraph, or something like that, instead of it just being one big story, instead of her just starting something new. Because that's how I noticed it when me and Lily were talking, that she had all the right punctuations, and I like how she wrote the story, but I just didn't like the part where she didn't put no indent, because nobody knows where she was probably starting, ending the most. So yeah, I agree with Grant, because she could have just did like a few indents instead of just leaving it one.
Okay.
Without putting any indents.
Thank you for sharing. All right, we'll have one more move. Kennedy, we'll come on over to you.